here we are. Our brand new cheap fuel filters came in. And as I said, I got these because they just fit in here. Nicer than the giant ones. So I was gonna use that, but really, it's 3 times the size of this one. So we're gonna replace this, the broken one, with this one. And hopefully we don't break this one too. And then let's get it running. I'm just a little bit nervous because what we've done, we've added the fuel filter and we've hooked everything back up. I think I tightened it all. Yep, it's all tightened up. The only reason I'm nervous is because I really didn't fix a whole lot. Like, we cleaned out the tank as best we could and put on a different petcock. So we're trusting this petcock. It is set to reserve because we're only gonna put a little bit of gas in. And then new gas cap, so I mean that should work fine. And I think the battery's ready to go. So let's put some fuel in here, non-ethanol of course. I think we have some in there. Yep, there's some non-ethanol fuel in there. And let's hope for the best. Like I said, it ran before without the tank, with a fuel source. It ran good, and then whatever was going on here just wasn't great. We did have fuel coming through, and if it was some sort of something in there, then hopefully this one is different and not giving me the same issues. And hopefully all is well. And if it doesn't run with this tank, we're just gonna throw the red tank on and see how that does. So let's put some gas in, see if she'll start up. Started putting fuel in and we're dripping from what? The fuel petcock. Well, I gotta look at that now. And I just realized I never put the vacuum line back on. It's supposed to be there. But dripping from the fuel petcock. That's, I gotta look into that. Well, it seems like the petcock is working. We do have fuel in the line, but it is dripping here. But it looks like it's wet up around the screws, which is weird because I put sealant on there. Maybe the gasket's not good, but still, you would think it would, the gasket maker would have worked, but definitely something's not working. So we gotta take this off again. And this doesn't have an off valve, so I guess I'll just get a little bit of gas on my hands and try and take this off and reseal it. I'm ready to go to the red tank. Are you? I'm not sure what to do with that information. This is the bottom of the petcock where the fuel comes out. And when I was trying to take this line off, that just slid right out of the petcock. So this petcock's probably no good either. I don't think this black tank's supposed to work, man. So there you go. That's where the fuel runs out. And now it's gonna run out a lot quicker. Okay. All right then, that's good to know. And then I have to figure out what's leaking. This is a mess. Here we go. Like I said, I'm gonna go grab the key, see if I can find the key for the red tank. We might just go that route. Guys, I found the key. And hold on. Can you see? This tank's clean. It's clean down in there. It's clean, you can see it. There's some old gas in there. But we're gonna get rid of that. And this tank's clean. So, we're definitely moving this over to the black bike. And we're gonna toss the black tank aside and close this because it's starting to rain. But tank's clean. We're gonna get rid of that old gas and move on to this one. I just opened this fuel tank to prime, PRI, on the petcock, and I'm just kind of dumping it out. And that's how I'm gonna get the old fuel out. That's it. And then we'll put fresh gas in. The reason I set this to prime is because that bypasses the vacuum diaphragm inside the petcock. And it's just been there's not much gas in there. It just been kind of dripping out as I sloosh it around. And the best part about this is there's no sediment as I'm kind of turning it left and right and everything. So don't hear any junk in the tank. As I showed you before, it's clean inside. I think I latched it. Okay, so it's clean inside. I'm not getting sediment as I run this all around, so there's no need to clean it. And I'm not taking the petcock off because I'm not risking leaks. So I'm gonna get a little bit more out, and if I get tired of this and just want to get it done, I'll put new gas in. It'll mix with the old gas and hopefully not be an issue. But knowing that there's no sediment in there is amazing, and I'm happy to go with that. All right, I turned it to reserve, so now the vacuum diaphragm will be in working condition if it works, and hopefully everything will dry up a little bit. I don't want to be installing this with dripping fuel because I don't want to see and think that it's leaking. So the nice thing is this line here will actually plug right into our bike, and like I said before, should in theory give us our fuel level sensor now. So here's the line, and it goes right back here to this connection right here, and that'll plug right in there. So here's the green wire and black wire. If I could hook this up to my tank, it should work, but we'll see once we hook this up that it will. And I might just hook this up. I'm charging the battery now, and I'm charging my jump pack to see if I need any more power, because this hasn't run in a little while. And hopefully we'll maybe I'll put a auxiliary fuel unit on just to make sure it does run before I put the turpentine tank on. This does stink. It's definitely old yellow gas, and once we get it on and put fresh gas in, hopefully that tank is happy and makes the bike run. So that's where we're at. I think I checked tire pressures the other day when I thought I was going for a ride, but everything seems to be in working order now. I did notice there's some wires hanging down here, and I think that's from a second horn. So there should be 2 horns on here, and there's only one. See right there? I think that should be mounted there. So not a big deal. Horn still works, just doesn't have 2 times the magnification or the amplification. All right, so this is easy enough to do. Fed gasoline in here. I'm gonna have to set this up higher, make sure it all vents correctly. But we're gonna open this up and see if we get any leaks in this part. Obviously, leaks have been a mess. As long as we don't get any leaks in here, we should be able to run this through, and I think it's gonna rain again. Gotta love Central Pennsylvania. All right, so far, we'll see in a minute if anything's leaking. So far, I don't think I am. And this should start if the battery's charged up enough. So when that's ready, I'm just gonna at least see if it runs. Okay, I think we're at least gonna fire here. Started cranking it, she started kicking, so let's see what we get. We're losing battery strength as we go. Yeah, we need a stronger battery or some starter fluid. One of the most important things is a dry spark plug, which we have flooded these out. So all 4 of these need cleaned and dried. Still look good though. I don't know, I might have a weak spark and that really makes a difference. So anyway, let's clean these up. All right guys, got all the plugs cleaned up, put back in. Let's see if she fires. See, I don't have choke on. Leave choke off. give her a little bit of choke here. There we go. Woo. Already too much. There we go. Okay. So it sounds like she'll run. As long as I get this whole gas tank situation figured out. Let her warm up. Sounds like we're good. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's the water. That's the water running out of the tailpipe again. Oh, this guy's got to sit inside. Yeah, this has got to sit inside. You can't have that water running out all the time. Just the water in the tailpipe. Got to get that out of there. Warm that up. It's going to rust everything out. New 1/4 inch clear. We'll just call it the vacuum line. That's installed. I'm going to push it on a little better, but doesn't seem to be touching any hot points. So that should do it for us. Make sure it's, when it's down, it's not going to touch anything like the engine and burn through, melt through. And we're gonna install the gas line onto this red tank. That definitely changes the look of this thing. Good old original red paint. It's not detailed or anything, but got everything hooked up down here. Anybody want to take bets as to what happens when I put gas in this tank? Like fresh gas? I'm gonna hit the, I'll throw the seat on because I think we're ready to do that. Yeah. Well, if all is well and this tank's good to go, she should fire right up when I put new gas in, because there's already gas in the line. So right now I have this set to reserve. It's pointing up. And let's just hope for the best. I'm gonna put gas in it. If it starts leaking, we're gonna have to work on this one too. Well, so far, we are on reserve. So far, nothing's leaking. So let's give her a buzz. See if she fires up on her own tank and her own battery without any help. Let's see, that's the tank key. We could do the new tank lid if we wanted to. Fuel, the fuel sending unit, let me think. Can't remember which side it's on. This side? Yeah. I put a little bit of fuel in there. It's not telling me anything, but it's really low anyway. So, fire it up. See if she'll run. For a little while anyway. Just gotta run out of what's in the carbs first before I'm confident in this setup. Gotta see fuel flowing through here. But the vacuum diaphragm should be open now. I don't know, I don't see fuel flowing yet. I put in might be down here. Might actually not be much fuel in there. But she's not leaking. Why are we speeding up? Choke's not even on. So far. sure this fuel stuff is taken care of. I like that it's not leaking. Hopefully it's working, as I said. If we run out of fuel and it stops running, that'll be an issue. So for now, I think I have red side covers I could pop on there too. So we went from a black bike to a red bike. There she seemed to pop down a little bit. We're gonna have to get this thing out and ride it. She might be running out of gas though. Oh no, it looks like that's a little Ford. I see a little bit of the bad gas down there. That's fair. That had to mix up with whatever was left in there. Guys, I think she's actually working out good. I'll put more gas in and might have to run her. That's all we can do from now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for following along. This thing has been a little bit of a challenge. Now she wants to quit. We can put it on prime. Maybe that'll help. Now she wants to quit. That's not a good sign. Some of that bad gas is getting in there, I bet. We gotta pump it full of good gas. See you guys in the next one. I think she was just working some of that bad gas out. Because now, it's pretty clean in here. And I got the choke the whole way off. She's running really good. Sounded really good too. Guys, she might be a runner. She might be a rider.